Now, what in the carnival is going on here? So, we have to talk about a situation that recently took place on board a carnival ship. There was a man that was allegedly intoxicated and had been going through some issues with security and passengers all day. However, his biggest crime, he is allegedly a white man called a black man the N-word, and well, the black man didn't take too kindly to it, so he let him have it. Now, I have a video clip that I want to show all of you guys. However, I do always say there is either a lesson or some type of value to be taken from these types of videos, which is why I put them up. In this case, I spend a lot of time on board cruise ships, as many of you know. I sail anywhere between 20 to 30 cruises per year with multiple lines, and I see a lot of things. Lo and behold, unfortunately, people get mad because a lot of my videos are Carnival videos, but Carnival has the most content up, I would argue, in the entire world of stuff that needs to be talked about, and this is not exclusive to Carnival. I've seen drunken fights and all this stuff happen on many different lines. It just shows that when it comes to the internet, well, Carnival is the most notorious and famous sport. Now, I'm going to show you guys this clip, and then we'll talk about the little giblets and details after.
Get out of here. You really need to get away from us right now. Hey, boy. DJ, get out for D-time. Fuck you think you on, bro?
Hey, bro, somebody get Charlie. Get Charlie. Hey, bro, get Charlie. Hey, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Charlie.
Watch out. What you want to do? Just go.
Hey, bro, get him out of here. Hey, don't do that. Just go sit down. Don't do that. None of y'all do that. Don't do that. Let him do what he gonna do.
Back up. You do it this month.
Get him out of here.
Leave him alone, D-Time. This motherfucker leave. Don't do it. Get your ass on. I know it. I know you ain't even gonna fight back. You ain't even gonna fight. That's how bitch made you is. Look how bitch made you is. I'm trying to get my mother. I know.
That shit,
That's what I don't like. You away from me. I'm whatever you want. I really am.
Hey, somebody.
Charlie.
Hey, bro. Come on, bro. Let's get out of here.
So according to the Facebook group of this particular sailing, which I gathered up about a week and some change ago, all of this took place allegedly on board the Carnival Horizon on June 3rd, 2023. Now, according to many of the comments, this gentleman was causing all kinds of ruckuses on board, and he was just being very, very inappropriate. He was intoxicated. One lady said he almost ran her over, and security at that time apparently locked him in the room or put him in his room because he was too intoxicated, and he ended up getting out, which isn't unheard of. I witnessed such a thing 2 weeks ago on board the Carnival Luminosa, and apparently he's running around wreaking havoc, and a lot of people were not very happy with this man. Lo and behold, he was sitting by the smoking area drunk, and he called a black man the N-word, and like I said, we come to that conundrum in which you see the video before you. Now, just to be clear here, I'm not trying to make this video about race. However, I am trying to make this about a situation of consequence. I say all the time, and I believe this not just in cruising, but in life. You are free to say and do whatever it is that you want in this world. It's like Grand Theft Auto, it's free roam. You can do whatever you want. However, you are not free from consequence. This man did not understand that some people feel extremely disrespected by the N-word, regardless of what your beliefs are. And for me, as somebody that does sail a lot, I always believe there's certain subjects that I simply don't talk about. As many of you know, I meet a lot of people, right? I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about history. I don't go too strongly into my opinions unless things kind of start to sway that way. I'm a big people person, so if I feel that me and somebody's on the same page, then by all means, we can talk about things like money or whatever the case, or they are inspiring to be a content creator. Yeah, we can go into a little bit more depth about conversations, but for somebody to be drunk, angry, whatever the case may be, and just start to try to fight somebody or whatever, or just disrespect somebody, I would say that this man clearly had it coming. To be clear, I'm not condoning any violence or fights on board cruise ships. However, like I said, there are consequences to things, and if you disrespect somebody, blatantly disrespect them at that, and everybody can agree with the situation, well, if that person that, or even two people that are willing to fight, are willing to take the consequences that come with fighting, then, hey, by all means, you guys do what you do. I remember back in high school, whenever somebody was getting ready to fight, and I did get into, unfortunately, a couple scraps back in my day in high school, but it was harmless stuff, stupid fights anyway. And we would always think about it, say, is this worth the 10-day suspension that we will be getting? If yes, then by all means, we're going to do it. If these passengers, or let's say in this case, that passenger decided that, well, you know what, I'll take the perma ban, I'll take being banished to the shadow realm in order to fight this man for disrespecting me, then by all means, it is what it is. It sucks, but allegedly, like I said, this man was causing all kinds of problems that day, and even during the video, I'm not sure if I'm going to cut it out or not, but you'll hear him talking about he's on bond, he can't fight, he's on bond from Texas, he doesn't want to get in any more trouble, blah, 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 blah. Then if that's the case, you shouldn't get so blatantly drunk and then start disrespecting people by calling them racial slurs. Another commenter asked a very big question: where the heck is security during this situation? Because this went on for a good minute or two, and security was nowhere to be found. They also stated that, well, this man is clearly drunk, and they believe that a lot of people get drunk, and the scuffles and arguments and situations where things can potentially become violent and start a fight usually happen in, like, the smoking area. I was just on board Carnival's new Italian ship, the Venezia, and there was a lot more security over there. They were monitoring that area, bringing dogs over there, and now there's that whole argument I told you guys about between the dogs and the alcohol and the weed and all that stuff. Personally, I could care less. I'm indifferent about it. Do I partake in the ganja every now and then? Well, it's very, very rare, but I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, I have done it before. Will I do it in the future? It makes me tired. It makes me very sleepy. I don't care. Sativa, indica, it doesn't matter. Do I drink? Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course I do. Do I know that there's some people that can't hold their liquor and they end up causing problems such as this? Absolutely. Is there a one-fits-all solution to this? Definitely not. Do I think that this is the root of all the problems? Definitely not. I do believe that on cruise ships, you have such a different crowd of people. You have people from all walks of life, people from all different shapes, sizes, and colors, and there are just people out there that have to be understanding of that. And no, you can't just say whatever it is that you want or do whatever it is that you want on the ship, because somebody may feel some kind of way, and if, well, either they don't have the emotional intelligence to just not react, then you're going to put yourself in a situation that you simply don't want to be in. I'm not saying this man deserved what happened. However, if the gentleman that ended up getting into a fight with him felt that disrespect to the point to where he's willing to risk the ban, then by all means, this man should have been more careful with his words. He probably got a warning prior to it. Moral of the story here, just watch what you say in public. This is a very, very sensitive time that we live in, and honestly, in my opinion, I think many of you out there, maybe not some of you fine folk, but there will be some people in the comments that are very comfortable sitting behind that keyboard and running their mouth, and then they have the audacity to even try to hint at bringing it out to the public, many of which are very afraid and like children. But you get my point here. Everybody, let's just calm it down. Understand that we still have to be civil. Speaking of which, be civil in this comment section, please. I know there are going to be some people in here that are going to bring up race and all this other stuff. That was not my point. My point is, you disrespect somebody, if they're willing to take those consequences to fight you or whatever the case may be, then, well, unfortunately, that's on you. Be respectful as you can to people. Always, I would say, as a man, to be stoic, right? Have some emotional intelligence. You don't need to fight everybody that you feel you've been wronged or disrespected by. Unless they slap your mama, then, well, you gotta ask yourself, is it really worth potentially getting arrested, facing that massive $500 fine? I'm kidding. Carnival raised those prices. $500, put it at $5,000 to $10,000, or potentially being jailed. You don't want it. Of course, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Know that I love each and every one of you, and well, I'll see you later. Take it easy.